Peacemaker had its season 2 debut last night, and it was an absolute fantastic start to the new season. And we got the answer to the question, how will they kind of address and go about the ending to season 1 of the Justice League appearing? Well, we got all those answers. Let's break it down now and discuss the first episode of this season. I love this show, and I loved the last season. Let's get into it now. So, right off the bat, we get a previously on in the DCU, and it kind of flashes back to the events of season 1 involving the butterflies, and then we get to the moment where Peacemaker is walking away, and he kind of wipes his face, and it's not the Justice League that he sees there, it's the Justice Gang. It's Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific is there in a silhouette, and there are two other silhouettes there in Superman and Supergirl. And just like that, James Gunn addresses the continuity error, as people want to say, from the first season, and the DCEU is gone. So we have that. We also have a new dance number in the very beginning. It's the same as the first one, but with a new song now over the top. I loved it, and I just love the intro to the show. It's the best, honestly. So we now dive into the show, and it starts off with Peacemaker and Eagly. He's moved into his dad's house. He's living there, and Eagly needs to go out in the middle of the night. Well, it's too cold. So Peacemaker goes to the quantum unfolding chamber and lets Eagly kind of fly around in there because it's basically like unlimited space for him to do so. In him flying around, Peacemaker kind of loses him, goes and finds him, and he sees Eagly pecking at a door. Well, right by this door is a whole another layout of helmets that he is unfamiliar with. He kind of opens the door, peeks in, and kind of looks around, sees some photos of his dad there and his brother, and then he runs out quickly, and then that's it. And then we jump to 6 months later now. So 6 months later, he's now going into a job interview, and he's looking for a sense of belonging. He wants to be a hero. He's looking for that family to kind of embrace him because all the 11th Street kids, they're all like scattered around. So he goes to this interview, and it's with the Justice Gang. It's Maxwell Lord is there, Guy Gardner is there, and Hawkgirl. But they're behind glass. And so as they're interviewing Peacemaker and interacting with him, every time they want to speak, they flip a switch. They think he can't hear them. But the funny part is, Peacemaker is hearing all their criticisms. They're just laying into him. They're making fun of him, making some inappropriate jokes sexually about him. It's a very funny sequence. And Peacemaker kind of is like, am I supposed to hear you guys right now? And then they're like, you can hear us? And they're like, oh shit, way to go, Guy. Way to fuck this one up. And Peacemaker just like storms out. He's angry. And he just tells Adebayo to drive. And so that concludes that that's not the team he's looking for, and he's just still on his hero's journey now. Returns back to home, and it's revealed that Economos is now watching Peacemaker's house, and it's for Rick Flag Sr. He's hired Economos to kind of keep watch of Peacemaker and report back because they got a weird energy reading 6 months ago when Peacemaker went into the quantum unfolding chamber. And so Economos is there watching, and Rick Flag Sr. makes mention that he wants to monitor because he doesn't want events similar that happened in Metropolis earlier, referencing back to Lex Luthor and Superman in the most recent movie that just came out. So there we already have the continuity, we have the connection, bang. That makes sense why he wanted Superman to be on streaming and digital, I believe. So we have that. Rick Flag's watching him, and we all know too that he's going to be coming after Peacemaker because he's waiting for him to screw up because we know Peacemaker killed his son, Rick Flag, in the Suicide Squad. So then we kind of pivot to Harcourt now, and she's on her own thing. I think you can definitely tell they're kind of setting up Peacemaker and Harcourt to have similar arcs this season of just nowhere to really fit in. They don't really belong anywhere. There's a moment apparently between them two that happened on a boat that they just don't want to forget about. Harcourt just is like, no, we're just not going to talk about that. And Peacemaker, Christopher Smith, is like, come on. We had a moment, I thought. Even if we were drunk, I remember everything. And she's like, I don't remember any of it, actually. So it's a very funny interaction that they have there. So starts to unfold a little bit, and you can just see with Peacemaker, he's just looking for people to love him, be admired, be adored, be loved. So it starts to unfold now. Harcourt gets into a fight at a bar with some bikers. It's a very cool scene, but then she gets the absolute shit beat out of her. Eventually, going forward, we see a vigilante. He's kind of in contact with Economos. Economos just doesn't want to have it at all. And then Economos gets a call to kind of go monitor Peacemaker again from Rick Flag. And he goes there, and Peacemaker is now in a drunken stupor, and it's turned into just a giant orgy is happening at Peacemaker's house. Very funny scene also. Just like, watch the episode, you will get a laugh, and then don't have children around for that episode, by the way. But Economos is like, yeah, there's a lot going on here. I don't really see anything. Nothing's really happening. And he's like, there's an orgy, and Rick Flag is like, is Peacemaker involved? And Economos responds, yes. He's like, oh. And then it's kind of watching it unfold. And then Peacemaker opens the quantum unfolding chamber. Kama takes a photo of it, and then we kind of fast forward. Now Peacemaker goes back in there when he's just drunk. He stumbles back in there and is talking. He's talking with Eagly, looking around, and he goes into the door that Eagly was scratching earlier. That is the alternate dimension that leads to one where his father is alive, his brother Keith is alive, and they're heroes in that reality. They're a family that love each other, and he interacts with them. They don't know it's a different Christopher Smith in there, but Peacemaker's talking with them, they're interacting, they're having a great time, they're joking, and like they both go to sleep. Keith and his dad both say, "Good night, man. We love you, Chris." And so it's like, and Peacemaker in that moment feels love, admiration, and warmth. The people have a sense of belonging. And as he's walking around, he starts to leave, and then he hears a gun cock, and it's the Peacemaker from that reality there. And they have a confrontation. They kind of battle it out, and then they fight. They fall into the quantum unfolding chamber, and into it, they're just flying around fighting it. Eventually, Peacemaker gets the upper hand on the alternate reality version of himself, flings him up into the ceiling, impales him. He kills him. The alternate reality version of him is like deceased, gone, vamoose. And then it ends on that shot of Peacemaker just looking like, oh fuck, I definitely screwed this up. That's it. What a great start to the season. I love the episode. I cannot wait to see the season unfold. It's definitely gonna be just like, he's definitely gonna like have like the pontification of, should I live in this reality where like I killed myself there, but it's a greater, better version. The grass is greener over here. Like, we're a family. My brother is alive. My dad loves me. We're heroes. I have a family around me. Like, we all want to be loved and admired, and we can kind of feel and empathize that with Peacemaker. So I'm intrigued to see how the season is going to go and unfold overall. Like for what's to come now too, it looked great too. Of the new characters that are going to be arriving. We know Rick Flag is going to be coming after him too. I love it. I love John Cena. I love the opening dance number. The music is great, and the aesthetic. Bring it on and give me all the Peacemaker content I can get. I love this show. I cannot wait to see where it leads to in the end. But let me know your thoughts. Have you watched the show? If you haven't, go back, watch the show, then come back, watch this video, like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll see you guys all next time in the movie theaters. Peace. Also, Peacemaker is every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so just your heads up for that. All right, love you guys.